did you like being in a studio with a young Chris? Was that something that you was like fascinated by, or was it something where you saw and was like, man, this is all right, but God got something better than this? You know what I mean? Or was you like just captivated by that situation? You know what I mean?
Nah, it was just regular. Like so one thing for me, like I appreciate when I'm around when I'm in a room that I know like that I appreciate when I'm in a room that I know God opened the door, right?
Got you. Got you. Okay.
And I am grateful and I honor that and I you know what I mean? Like but like situations like that, like yeah, young Chris was known state property and all that, but they just regular to me. Like if
Mm.
I'm can we keep it 100 on this show?
Yeah, keep it 100.
All right, well, I used to sell drugs to PD Crack,
Oh, wow.
which he was in state property. So it was these like seeing them around wasn't like nothing new, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I've been around some people, you know what I'm saying? Like um but when I was in that so the beat I was shopping was for PD Crack actually.
Wow.
And young Chris just happened to be in there, you know what I'm saying? He just happened to be in the studio that day.
Yeah.
Um but it was dope to meet him, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
no shade towards him. Like
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know what I mean? He's thorough, so ain't no shade to him. It's just me personally, like it was just like a regular day to me, like, in the
Got
mix.
you. Got you. So, okay. So, man, so going from that, what was the turn, bro? Like, what was the like moment where you was like, okay, man, I gotta get this up, bro. I like, was God still pulling on your heart, like to do the right thing, or was you like, man, I'm producing stuff is happening, and I'm still in the streets? Like, what was the breaking point? You know what I mean?
Yeah, so the production stuff wasn't even like really what I was trying to do.
Yeah,
That was more like, oh, you need beats? Yeah, I got some. You know what I'm saying? Like it wasn't like
yeah,
I wasn't really taking it serious.
yeah.
I was too busy, like, watching over my shoulder. Like I can't, I couldn't do both. You know what I
Oh
mean?
wow, wow.
And if you notice, like a lot of these artists that you know try to play both sides, like streets and like artists, it don't end up well for them.
Yeah,
It never
yeah,
ends up well, man. We've seen it more and more. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
people try to be in the streets and be an artist, and they ended up getting clipped, or they end up getting booked, or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't work. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
So,
yeah.
it wasn't like really a focus for me. You know what I mean? Like, I was just in the streets getting it, and by that time, um, it was like for me, it was like it's a little too late. Like, what they gonna offer me type. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
you know, when you're a nobody producer and you shopping beats to someone like PD Crack, which was, he was on top in Philly at the time. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, yeah,
um, the people, his management and all that, and the people running the sessions, they not really trying to get no bread up. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Like that day that I was there, that Chris was in the studio. I remember, I don't know if it was his manager or the guy who owned the studio or whatever the case may be. He like pulled me aside and was like, "Yeah, so what you want to do with these beats?" I was like, "Well, what's up?
Mm.
Like, where's what bread you talking about?" "Oh, well, it's for PD Crack, so we got people giving them beats." "All right, well, you cool then. You don't need me." You know what I mean? Like, so I left.
Yeah,
You know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah,
After
yeah,
he told me that, I just packed up my
yeah,
computer and left.
yeah,
Because what, like, even if he would have like offered me something, like realistically speaking, whatever he offered me, I don't need. I'm making more than that. You know what I mean?
yeah,
So I wasn't really pressed for it.
yeah.
It was more like something to do because I love music. You know what I mean?
Got you.
Um, but I really wasn't looking for it. I was just, too busy, shaking and moving.
Yeah,
So,
man. So,
and yeah,
so
I definitely was. Listen, from even when I was going to church, God was calling me.
got you,
You know what I
got
mean?
you, got
And
you.
I'm not saying that I wasn't saved, but there was a point where I rejected God. You know what I mean? So
Mm.
I feel like my salvation went away. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Wow.
because, I got saved, I was doing the right things, and then little by little, I just started, pushing away, pushing away, pushing away. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But I do recognize that God did keep me all these years. You know what I mean? Like, He spared me
yeah,
from a lot of stuff, man. Like, um, But my turning point, like I did a lot, bro. Like so in this time, right?
Yeah.
I want to say I was like maybe 19, maybe. I went on tour with a rock band. And when I say
Oh,
tour, I mean like weekend tour, right? Like,
yeah, 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 yeah.
but we did 30 shows a year, you know what I'm saying? For like 3
Yeah.
years. And it was a Christian rock band.
Oh,
You know what I
wow.
mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was playing bass. But again, I wasn't really saved, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I was just doing it because I love the music, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Got you.
so I did that, like, and we had opportunities there, but again, like I wasn't in the right spot. So I know God closed some doors.
Yeah.
Um, we got sponsored for World Vision. You remember World Vision?
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
the
yeah,
Feed the
yeah,
Hungry
yeah.
charity.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
we got sponsored for them. We got
Oh,
sponsored
wow.
by them. I'm sorry. Um, and then shortly after that, I ended up getting booked. So I knew it was like, 1 foot in, 1 foot out. It don't work. You know what I mean? Like God
Yeah.
ain't gonna honor that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Gotta honor so much, but then after a while, I was like, nah, nah, nah. You ain't gonna reap the benefits of my blessings, and you not even all the way straight with
Literally.
me. So
Yeah. Wow.
you know, and it
Wow.
took years, bro. I mean, for the most part of my adult life, I was tripping, bro. Like you know what I mean? Like knowing right from wrong, knowing, feeling God in my heart, you know what I mean? Feeling the spirit convict me. Talking to God, talking to others about God. Um, I still was hard headed, bro, and I didn't, I was just doing my thing. Um, Even like after having my first child,
Mm.
my wife, she's my wife now, but we were dating at the time. Um, Even that, like, yo, she would tell me, yo, you gotta stop what you're doing. You in jail, you're gonna miss your son, time with your son and all that. And
Yeah.
she would say, like, yo, if you're not gonna change for anybody, like, first it was, yo, if you're not gonna change for yourself, change for me. And I wasn't trying to hear that. Then it was, if you ain't gonna change for yourself, you ain't gonna change for me, change for your son. I
Yeah.
wasn't trying to hear that. You know what I mean? Um, and the break, it had to come from me. You know what I'm saying? Like I had to be done
Yeah.
with it. And I
Yeah.
recognize that. But it was a long time coming, man. A lot of things happened. Like I've done a lot of things I ain't proud of. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
um, and that whole time it was crazy because I felt God calling me. You know what I mean? Like, and I just
Yeah.
ignored it, ignored it, ignored it. You know?
Wait, how was your parents? Like, did your pops, when you was going through all this, getting locked up or whatever? Did pops was like, son, come home, like on some prodigal son type stuff? Like, come home, let's get this right, let's do this. And was you
Yeah.
just
So
like,
so my folks never was like if you go to jail, we're gonna disown you
yeah,
or whatever. Like that was never really a conversation. Even when they found out everything I was doing. And even then, like I don't know if they really knew everything I was doing. Like when they first found out, I don't think they knew. You know what I'm saying? Like I used to downplay it, like, oh no, I'm just wrong place, wrong time. You know what I mean? Like, and it wasn't that I was scared of them or scared to tell them what was going on. I just didn't want to disrespect them. You know what I mean? I didn't want them
got you,
to be disappointed, you know what I mean, or feel
got
like
you,
they failed, you know what I mean? Because
yeah,
that wasn't the case, you know what I mean? I made the decision to go to the streets on my own, you know what I mean?
yeah, yeah,
Um, so when they first started, like, getting that phone call, yo, mom, I'm locked up, you know what I mean? Um, I know they was hurt, they was disappointed, but they never were on some, don't come home, don't call back.
yeah,
It was never like you could come home anytime you want, you know what I mean? They wanted to make sure like I wasn't bringing no drama to their house, you know what I mean?
yeah, yeah,
So,
yeah,
and then it was also, at that time I wasn't living with them. They wasn't, you know, really around the area. After a while, my dad retired from being a pastor, ended up taking a position with the Assemblies of God on the executive board, so he had to move and all that. So, um, like moving with them wasn't really an option for me.
yeah,
Um, but yeah, I know, I'm pretty sure if I would have asked them, hey, y'all think I could, move in with y'all to really like get my hair right? They probably would have, you know what I mean?
yeah,
They probably would have
yeah.
let me.